So we are going to solve this system of equations: 2x plus 5 equals 20y and 4x plus 2 equals 12y. We have to solve for two variables for both the x and the y. So basically, what x can fit both equations and what y can fit both equations. Now we can start with x or y, it doesn't matter. Let's start with y. So in red I put 2x and 4x, because 2x and 4x are like terms. We can add and subtract them. Right now, in black I put 5 and 2. These are constants. We can also add and subtract them. They're like terms. And in purple I put 20y and 12y, because we can again add and subtract those two because they are like terms. Now, let's put this in a table fashion. 2x plus 5 equals 20y and 4x plus 2 equals 12y, just so we can then more easily add and subtract them when we solve it. And our first goal is to find out what y is. So what do we have? We have 2x and 4x. We do not need those x's. We have to get rid of them. How do we get rid of them? Well, we can make them their coefficients the same, and we can then do calculations, adding or subtracting. So let's try that. Now, how do we make 2x and 4x the same so we can get rid of them? We can make 2x 4x, right? So to make 2x 4x, we have to multiply 2x by 2. But that also means that we have to distribute the 2 to the whole equation. And what do we do with the second equation? We don't really change it, because we need the 2x to be 4x, because we have to get rid of the x, just a variable. So we can just leave it, or we can multiply it by 1. It makes no difference. So let's just multiply by 1, and we get the same equation: 4x plus 2 equals 12y. Now that we have the same coefficient in both equations, the same exact coefficient and the same exact variable, we can just simply get rid of that variable. We can get rid of x. So for our first equation, we have 4x plus 10 equals 40y minus 4, and then our second equation is 4x plus 2 equals 12y. In red, you see that 4x and 4x could just cancel out. 4x minus 4x is 0, it's gone. Now that we are subtracting 10 in black, the constant, minus 2 in black is 8. So we have 8 on our left side. Equals, and then on our right side of the equal sign in purple, we have 40y minus 12y. What is 40y minus 12y? It is 28y. So what we are left with is just a simple one-step equation: 8 equals 28y. 8 in black and 28y in purple. We divide. We have to, let's see, how should we isolate the y? How do we get y alone? Well, we know that it's multiplied by 28, so we just divide. We do the inverse operation of multiplication, which is division. So we have to divide by 28 to get 1y, or just y, and whatever we do to the right side or the left side, we have to do on the other side. So we do the same thing. We divide by 28 on the left side as well, and we could just leave 8 over 28 as 8 over 28. And that would be our y. Great. Now, for our x, we can either plug in what we know for y into the original equation, but let's solve x without that. So again, we have the same equations, and we have to figure out how to get rid of the y's. We got rid of the x's when we solve for y's. Now we have to get rid of the y's to solve for the x. The same thing. So so 2x plus 5 equals 20y, and 4x plus 2 equals 12y. How do we make the y's, the coefficients for the y's the same? Well, just like we did for the x's, we have to make them cancel out. So 20y and 12y. What is its greatest common factor? Let's see. 20 times 2 is 40. What can make 40? 12 times, we can't make 40. So 20 times 3 is 60. Can we make 60 by multiplying by 12? Yes, we can. 12 times 4, 48. 12 times 5, 60. So we found our greatest common factor, 60. So 3 times 20y is 60y, and 60y, and 5 times 12y is 60y as well. Great. So now let's just distribute everything. So 3 times 2x in red is 6x, and 3 times 5 in black is 15 equals, and as I said, 3 times 20y is 60y, minus 5 times 4x is 20x, 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 times 12y is 60y. Great, now we have something to cancel out, and we have to cancel out the y's to solve for x. So we subtract both equations, and on our right side we have 60y minus 60y is 0. It's gone. The same thing that happened with our x's before. So 6x minus 20 is negative 14x, and then we do the same thing with 15 minus 10 in black, and we get 15 minus 10 is 5. So negative 14x in red plus 5 equals 0. Yeah, and we have to get x alone, so we have to, what do we do? We have to subtract 5 on both sides. So negative 14x plus 5 minus 5 is just negative 14x. It's done. And on our right side, 0 minus 5 is negative 5. And now we're just left with a one-step equation, the same thing as we had before. So we have to get rid of the negative 14 from the x. And we divide negative 14x by negative 14 to give us 1x, or just an x. And we can divide negative 5 divided by negative 14. We can leave it, but when we do negative divided by negative, it's a positive. Always a positive. We can just leave it as 5 over 14. And there you go. We have both our x's and our y's. Now, I want you to try this other system of equations. We have negative 3x minus 10 equals negative 5y, and 25 minus 5x equals 10. Now, I want you, now what do you see that I did first? How did I go about solving our first system?
You put it into a table.
Yes. So why would I have put it into a table?
So you can line up all the like terms.
Yeah. So what is our first? What do you want to solve for first?
Y.
For y. Okay. So let's solve for y. All right. So what are our equations here?
The negative 3x minus 10 equals negative 5y.
So negative 3x minus, and then we can put it into any color. So what color? We'll put it into the same color, equals negative 5y and 25 25 minus 5. 25 minus 5x equals 10. Um, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me just color code this. So what is our first step now that we color code? How would we line up the equation as we did in these examples?
Well, we have to put the x's together and then
Try it. Let's try. How would you put it together in a table as we did? Yes, nice job. Nice. That's a good strategy. 25 minus 5x is the same as negative 5x plus 25. Yes. And then what else do you have left? Now that you wrote the expression. Mm-hmm. No. Why would there be a y?
Well, because
What does the equation say?
oh, no.
Mm-hmm. So, good. Negative 3x minus 10 equals negative 5y. Negative 3, negative 5 plus 25 equals 10. Now, how would you, do you see something that is missing in how you color coded that? So,
I'm not sure.
So you have negative 3 and negative 3x and negative 5x. Yeah, both in red because they're x's, right? So why did you put negative 10 and 25 together? Why did you put negative 10 and 25 together in this with the same color?
What do you mean?
So you put negative 10 and 25 in purple. Why would you put negative 10 and 25 in purple?
Because they're both constants.
Yes, they're both constants. Yes. Now, we have negative 5y. You put in green, and what is 10? Because the equation is 25 minus 5x equals 10. What is 10? Is it does it have a variable next to it?
No.
And what is what is it called when a number does not have a variable attached to it?
It's a constant.
Constant. So what color did you put constants in?
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Yes, you put it in purple. It should be this. It should be very organized. Now, we are looking for both the x and y, right? Let's see. What can we start first? What can we solve for first?
Y.
So okay, so let's start with y. That's fine. Let's start with y, right? How would you get y alone? So we have negative 3x minus 10 equals 5y. How would you get y alone?
Well, we need to get rid of the stuff on the left. And then also get rid of the, what's it called? Coefficient.
Yes. So what coefficient? Yes, we have to get rid of the coefficient. What coefficient? What coefficient is next to the y?
-5.
And how would you get rid of that coefficient? So negative 5y? What operation is that?
To get rid of the
what
division.
Yes, division. Yes, we are multiple. Yes, negative 5 times y. So how would you divide?
Probably because it's if we did divided by -5y here, then we would have to do it on the left side.
Yes.
So
Yes. So let's try those.
Okay.
-3 minus 10.
with black or
I guess with any color is
Okay.
fine.
what?
-3 minus 10, right?
3. Yeah.
Negative 3x, excuse me, negative 3x.
Okay.
Okay, so what variable do you want to solve for?
I guess y.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it could be any one of them. So what is the first step?
Guess we subtract the or the
What do you see? What is being done to y? What operation?
well, we need to divide it to get rid of it.
Divided by what?
-5.
-5. Yes, and that would give you
Just y.
yes, just y. So now what do you do? What do you do to the other side?
You divide.
Mhm.
This.
Mhm. And then for the negative 3x, what do you get?
That's
So what is a negative divided by a negative?
positive.
Positive. Okay. So what is -3 divided by -5? It could be a fraction. It's fine.
Oh, okay. So 3/5.
Yes.
Okay. X.
And then what sign goes it? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It would be
Yeah.
it would be a positive because
We cancel that. We got that.
yes. So now we solve for y. So y is 3 over 5x plus 2. And now how would you solve for? So now we solve for y. How would you solve for x?
You would multiply the like the, what is it called? The reciprocal. Whatever.
Okay, but we solved. So we solved the first equation for y,
Okay.
right? Now we're looking for the x for the second equation.
For the
25
second one.
minus
Okay.
5x equals 10.
Okay.
How would you solve for x?
For the second equation?
Yes, for the second
okay.
equation.
You would, where is it? You would subtract the constant on this side, and then you would also subtract on this side, so you can leave x alone.
Yes, so let's try that out. So
Is this a 20?
25?
Okay.
25 minus 5x equals 10. So what's the first step that you want to do? It could be, how would you go about this?
I would subtract this.
Subtract 25. So what is 10 minus 25? Yes. And then what do you get for the other side?
Yeah, negative 5x.
And how would you solve for x? Why would you divide by negative 5?
Because we're canceling out the negative 5x and negative times, negative the negative equals is a positive.
Yes, negative divided by negative. So yeah, okay? Negative 15 divided by negative 5 is what?
3.
Nice. So we know what x is. So what are we missing? So we know what x is. Do we know what y is? We do.
Oh, wait, what?
We just solved for y. So how would you? But we don't know the number, right?
You would substitute this x right there.
So how would you write it?
Probably. Well.
So what is x?
3. It's like this, I guess.
Yes. And then what do you get from y when you simplify it? So we have 3/5 times 3 plus 2 equals y. So what do you do first in the order of operations?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. So what can you multiply here?
3/5 times 3. That's 9/5 is.
Oh no, it's fine. You know it's fine. We can just leave it as 9/5. That's fine. So yeah, we get 9/5, and then what else?
Plus 2 plus y, and then
what is 9/5 plus 2?
That's like, I should like simplify it, like, 1 second. That's
What is our common denominator? What is the common denominator? So we have 9/5 plus 2. So what? So 2, right? What is that? What is the denominator? Yes. Okay. So 1, right? What is the common denominator between 5 and 1? How can we make the denominator, the two numbers on the bottom of the fraction the same?
Multiply this to 5.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that is a good way.
10. That's in there, so it's
Yes.
Right.
And then what? Yes. So what?
19.
So what number do we get here?
19 over 5.
Yes. Which could
Yeah.
be. How would you? Let's see. How would we simplify that?
that's,
19 divided by 5.
That's like 3 and I think like 4/5 or
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be 3 and 4/5. So how would you write that as
4
a fraction? Yes.
equals 1.
And we get x as what? What do we say x was?
3.
Okay, so now let's try to plug it. Let's try to plug it in. Let's try to plug in. Let's try to plug in both our x's and our y's just to check our solution into our equation. So which equation should we plug in the variables? So if we know both x and y, which
the first one.
the first one. So how would you substitute it?
-3 times, what is that? Times -10 equals -5.
And what is y?
I'm gonna do this. This is a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Parentheses are great for showing multiplication.
Okay.
And then what other what would you do next? So you have negative 3 times 3 minus 10 equals -5 times 3 and 4/5. What do you want to do first?
The left, I guess.
Okay, so let's start with the left. So what can you do? So we have -3 times 3 minus 10.
-9.
-9. Okay, so we have -9 minus 10 equals -5 times 3 over 3 and 4/5. What can you do next? What could our next step be?
-9 minus 10 is -19.
Okay, -19.
Equals 5.
Okay, and what do you think we should do next? What's our next step?
Multiply these two.
Okay, how would you multiply -5 times 3 over 4/5? So what is can we make -5 a fraction?
Yeah.
Okay, how can we make -5 a fraction?
-5 over 1.
-5 over 1. Okay, and then so -5 over 1, and then what do we do?
Times.
How
19/5. Let's do.
19/5. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, the improper fraction. And now what is -5 times 19?
5 times 20 is 100. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 5 times 20 is 100.
And then, so like 95.
Yes.
Yeah.
95.
But that's -95. That's negative number. -95.
Good job. Negative times positive is
Yeah.
a negative.
And then 1 times 5 is 5. Yeah.
Do we have our answer yet?
Yeah.
Can we leave an improper fraction alone?
Nope.
So what can we do with this with -95 over 5?
We have to simplify. So that's the same thing. That's
let's
5 divided
yeah.
by 5
Mm-hmm.
is 19. Because we just did that. Nothing. Because 20.
90. Try it. Try it.
Yeah.
Try it out here with long division, because I did not see that.
No,
Negative
because-
95.
Because it's 100 divided by 5 is 20.
Oh yes.
And then it's
Yes.
minus 5 is
19. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
95.
So
that would be.
yeah.
That would be negative. Wait, what?
Negative. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as you said, it was negative
Yeah, yeah.
100
Yeah.
divided by 5 is negative 20, and negative 95 divided by 5 would therefore be
And
negative
then-
19.
The equals are.
So what does that? So what? My last question is, what does that mean? Are we correct?
Yeah, we're correct. Because both of the answers are the same.
So
They're
yeah.
equal to each other.
So that means that that would mean that that this x equals 3 that we got, and for the y 3 and 4/5 would fit both equations. Would fit negative x minus 10 equals negative 5y, and 25 minus 5x equals 10. They would fit both equations. Yes.
Yeah.
Good job.